day of service. Cal U's big event is scheduled for Saturday, April 13th, the annual student.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of CUTV News Center. I'm Daniel Beck.
And I'm Stephen Ruffing.
California joined Slippery Rock University in approving a new degree program that will be delivered to students starting in the fall. Cal U will begin to offer separate associate and bachelor's degree programs in veterinary technology. Students who earn the Associate of Science degree will have the ability to begin working immediately on the Bachelor of Science program. On-campus classes are scheduled to begin this fall for students looking to obtain a career in one of the most fastest growing areas of employment nationwide.
All of Pennsylvania's 14 state-run universities are coming together to try and make college a little bit more affordable.
All of Pennsylvania's 14 state-run universities are coming together to try and make college more affordable. The state system of higher education's Board of Governors voted Thursday to allow the schools to develop their own tuition plans. That could mean a potential increase in enrollment, how financial aid is distributed, and less out-of-pocket expenses for students attending California University of Pennsylvania. The universities still need to submit their plans to the Board of Governors for approval ahead of the school year that starts in the fall of 2020.
In the new plans, state schools like Cal U will have a little more flexibility in distributing the financial aid to the students.
If you drive on the Pennsylvania Turnpike, you may have noticed a 6% toll increase. On Thursday, a federal judge dismissed a lawsuit over those same toll increases that are used as financing payments to help fund transit agencies. The lawsuit asked the court to bar the Turnpike Commission from using tolls to pay off debts stemming from payments it is required to make under a 2007 state law. Leslie Richards, Governor Wolf's transportation secretary, told lawmakers in Harrisburg that it would be catastrophic to have to repay the $6 billion total that was transferred by the Turnpike Commission. Despite 11 straight annual toll increases, the payments are only driving up the Turnpike Commission's debt. Distracted driving is defined as anything that causes you to either take your attention away from driving or take your hands off the wheel. In Pennsylvania, 9 people die each day from distracted driving and 100 others are hurt. Although the number of distracted driving citations are down over the last year, they are up as a whole over the last 5 years. Men top the list of people who are cited at 70% of those drivers. A study also found that 36% of the people who are cited are in their 20s. With more people on the road, it is even more important now to put down the phones and focus on the road. Another interesting find from that most recent study is that May is the most popular month for Pennsylvania for citations to be issued.
The state's Commonwealth Court is agreeing to hear a case related to the attempt to reopen a Catholic church in Washington County. The Observer reporter reports the appeal of a county court ruling dismissing a lawsuit filed to attempt to reopen St. Anthony's Church in Monongahela will be heard next month. The lawsuit claimed the decision to close St. Anthony instead of the nearby Transfiguration Church was fraudulent because St. Anthony was in much better condition and better suited for the needs of the parish. The appeals will be heard at 1 p.m. in the state Supreme Court's chambers in the Pittsburgh City Council building.
And now we will send it up to student meteorologist Dylan Godet in the Cal U Weather Center.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at the forecast for the rest of the day on into your weekend because, again, felt it outside. It looks like spring, and it feels like spring as well. Let's take a look at the national picture. If you watched my Facebook and Twitter video yesterday, we talked a lot about this storm. And let's take another look at this storm in the central part of the United States. If you watched any weather headlines this week, all the talk has been just about this storm. You can see the severe thunderstorms out ahead of this system into eastern Iowa, western Illinois, southern Wisconsin. Those are to look out for. Strong and damaging winds possible with that part of the system. But the backside is where the snow is coming down. It is coming down. You can count it in feet. 1 to 2 feet possible anywhere from Nebraska up to central and northern Minnesota. So this storm is packing with it a powerful punch. And we will see a side part of this storm and a slightly less severe part of this storm coming into the weekend. And zooming into our area of the radar, anywhere from eastern Ohio, western Pennsylvania, and northern West Virginia. Great day we're having outside. Temperatures in the 70s. It has just been a fantastic day to go outside and do any outdoor activities that you have planned. So let's look at the forecast now for the next coming days, and looking at the rest of today again with the high pressure off the the east coast out of New York City. There we're getting that clockwise flow with the winds coming from the south and east, and that's what's kept our temperatures relatively moderate for this time of the year. You see the showers and the mix up into Michigan and into Canada. That's not going to work its way into our area until Friday. And here's a look at that. That cold front's going to be coming through from Charleston, West Virginia, up into Pittsburgh. That's a chance of some thunderstorms. These thunderstorms really start midday tomorrow into the evening. So that's really the timing of this rainfall that you can prepare for. Looking on into those storms again, anywhere from I-64 all the way up to I-80, a chance at those thunderstorms. And here's to note here, gusty winds, small hail, and torrential downpours. So that's what you can expect with this system as it's moving through. Here's a look at the weekend outlook. You can see that jet stream taking a big dip there. That's why you're seeing the snowfall rates like we are seeing, and that cold air behind this system from Nebraska up into North and South Dakota. We are going to be on the other side of this, where we will face some storms, chance at possible severe thunderstorms, but mainly just a thunderstorm threat for southwestern Pennsylvania. And for this weekend, it's the Masters. Taking a look quickly here at the Masters forecast. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, a chance of thunderstorms, but the temperatures, that's really to take note of here. 85, 86, 84. So if they can miss the chance of those thunderstorms, should be a great weekend for golf. So let's take a look now at the 7-day forecast, starting with Thursday. Mostly cloudy for the rest of the day. Those temperatures may reach up into the mid-70s. I know last time I checked outside here, it was 72 degrees, so that temperature continues to rise. Friday, chance of thunderstorms. Again, midday is when those thunderstorms really increase in chance, and it will last into the rest of your evening. Saturday, you're getting a break in the weather as the intermittent clouds, 71 degrees, so a relatively nice day. Saturday night into Sunday, that's when that rain returns. And looking at the early forecast for next week, Sunday and Monday definitely looking like the possibility for those thunderstorms and the more storm chances potential. So guys, on into Tuesday and Wednesday, you can see again temperature increases there to 64 from Monday up to 68 on Wednesday.
And Dylan, I tell you what, these 70s, it's really nice outside. You know, I don't know, we're wearing shorts outside going to classes and all that stuff, but yeah, just beautiful weather.
It is beautiful weather, but that system, I've been talking about it at my forecast yesterday and then again today. That system is impressive. Parts of Nebraska, over 2 feet of snow, and we're almost in the middle of April. I think that's just incredible. It's the size of this system and the strength at this time of the year, something you don't see too often. So it's a big, huge story for many people, because you could go 50 miles from a tornado to 20 inches of snow. Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just happy that I'm not living in Nebraska.
Yeah.
I'm happy I'm living in California, Pennsylvania, where it's going to be nice weather.
Yeah,
so
tomorrow is where we get the front end of that in terms of rainfall, again on Sunday, but nothing like you've seen. But there is a chance for our first thunderstorm of the year on Friday, tomorrow afternoon, so be on the lookout for that. Possibility of some torrential downpours and some increased chance for lightning, so that's definitely be on the lookout for that.
And you said you don't want to live in Nebraska. I'd love to live in Augusta right now.
Yeah,
For the Masters. Yeah, it was really cool you incorporated, and that's always cool to kind of see what they're going to be working with down there.
Yeah, the AccuWeather has us partnering with our weather department and the meteorology department here to give us those graphics. So that's definitely a cool graphic there. The Masters, I mean, that's as big as it gets in terms of sporting events for this weekend.
Yeah, another ad for Cal U.
Yeah, definitely.
Good job, Dylan. And you'll hear a little bit more when we're talking about sports. We'll hear a little bit more from Dylan a little bit later, but stick with us right here on CTV News Center.
Let's picture if we were in World War II. And I said, I want a platoon like those guys. That will just get off the beach, off the landing craft onto the beach, and just take a shot. Not even think about it. From that day forward, they always took the shot. They didn't think about it. And that shot always hit its mark.
Welcome back to CTV News Center. I'm Daniel Beck.
And I'm Stephen Ruffing. This upcoming weekend, hundreds of CalU student volunteers will help with community projects during the university's Day of Service. CalU's big event is scheduled for Saturday, April 13th. The annual student-led service project aims to make a difference for CalU's neighbors and local organizations. Window washing, litter pickup, painting, and general yard work are some of the projects on the list. CalU's Student Government Association and the University's Center for Volunteer Programs and Service Learning have been teaming up since 2007 to encourage student volunteers to lend a helping hand around the borough of California.
In a huge decision on Tuesday, rifle deer season has moved from the Monday after Thanksgiving to the Saturday after Thanksgiving. The change will take effect for this year for the first time since 1963. These modifications will create a 13-day season that includes 3 Saturdays, which would shorten the late November turkey seasons to accommodate a Saturday firearms deer opener. This new change will help hunters who can't get off the first Monday off work from school or from work into the woods, and will also entice more people to hunt. The vote passed by a final tally of 5-3.
And this week in the Vulcan Theater, we have Mary Poppins Returns. Decades after her original visit, the magical nanny returns to help the Banks siblings and Michael's children through a difficult time in their lives. Sadly, the little house on Cherry Tree Lane and the grown-up siblings, Michael and Jane Banks, are facing hard times during the worldwide 1930s Great Slump. However, against the backdrop of a terrible tragedy and imminent foreclosure, once more, the beloved and nearly perfect nanny, Mary Poppins, descends from the skies to lend a hand. Along with the cheerfully resourceful lamplighter Jack, the Banks are about to embark on a magical adventure. And what is more exciting, they will even get to find happiness again. Showtimes are 11 a.m., 7 p.m., and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 4 p.m., 7 p.m., and 10 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. So, Danny, we teased it a little bit last newscast, the big announcement. It was finally announced, and in May, Gabby Barrett, local singer, and Chris Jameson will be coming back to CalU, really.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool. It's on the lawn in the quad,
Yep.
so that's going to be a great opportunity for people to come out. I believe it's free
Yeah.
to the public, so everybody can come out and kind of support and have one little last shebang before
Yeah.
The school season kind of wraps up.
Yeah, it'll be nice. We'll have to keep in touch with Dylan Godet, see how the weather is. Hopefully the weather holds up there, but it's going to be fun. 2 local singers, I believe, Chris Jameson and Gabby Barrett, are both from around the area. Gabby Barrett's actually from around where I am, Lincoln Place, Munhall, the Pittsburgh area. So it's going to be fun. I think people will enjoy it, and hopefully the weather will stay nice.
Yeah, most definitely. And actually on Tuesday, April 23rd at 6:30 p.m., a conversation held in the California Borough Building will address the media outlets across the region and their coverage of local stories.
Bridge Pittsburgh organized 5 community outreach meetings to let those outlets speak face-to-face with the residents of communities in the area to let them know what stories they might be missing.
The California meeting will include light refreshments along with a conversation with journalists. The talk is off the record, so bring your opinions and hear what topics are important to the public. So make sure that's on your calendar too.
Absolutely.
Just as much as that concert is, that's very important too. Just talk to people in the media and kind of see what stories they could get. Kind of just go back and forth and kind of think, see whatever people are.
See what's out there.
Yeah, exactly. See what people have. So stick with us. Dylan Godet, has your sports report. Stay tuned.
Consider the future. Your future. At California University of Pennsylvania, you can build your life your way because we believe in you. We invest in you, empower you to create the future you envision. We give you the tools and teaching so you can rise up and achieve. Don't settle for someone else's vision of you. Build you at CalU. Visit us at calu.edu.
Are you a visual storyteller? The Cal Times and CUTV is looking for students with an interest in expanding their skills in photography and videography. We call it visual journalism, and we're here to offer you opportunities to learn how to shoot and edit from a wide range of events at California University of Pennsylvania. Our focus is on local coverage of sports and news events from campus and around the region. We provide on-site training as we help you develop your skills as a visual multimedia storyteller for the Cal Times newspaper and CUTV News Center. To learn more about visual journalism opportunities and join our team, visit our media production facility in the Natali Student Center or email the Cal Times at caltimes@calu.edu.
And Newell Tech is once again the national champions.
Yeah!
I'm taking my talents to Newell Tech.
Swish, we need to talk about something.
What's cracking, girl?
I don't know how to say this, but I'm breaking up with you.
Yo! What?
Hello and welcome back to the CUTV News Center. I'm Dylan Goday with your sports report. This past weekend, California Vulcans baseball took on UPJ. Let's head up to Washington to see all what these games had entail. And this first game was a great matchup between California and UPJ. It was actually my first time broadcasting Vulcans baseball, and first game was an excellent game all throughout, with California Vulcans pitcher in the end, Nick Riggle, coming out with a complete game win for the Vulcans. On into game two, same kind of story. California Vulcans started out slow, but were able to pick it up towards the end. Let's take a look at these scoreboards from these two games. As in game one, California Vulcans pick up the win 4-2. Nick Riggle 4-1 on the season, with 4 Ks and a complete game there in game one. Brogan there going 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs as well. Let's take a look at the second set of the scoreboards for this weekend as well, as they didn't just win the first game, but they won the second game as well by a score of 8-4. Kale gets the win for the Vulcans, 5-1, 3 Ks, 4.2 innings pitched there for him. And Hitman, Billy Hitman as well, went 1 for 1 at the plate with 2 runs and 2 RBIs. Baseball was not done for that with scoring this week as well, as they took on Salem International in a non-conference bout on Tuesday. They picked up a 15-7 victory. This one, Eric Fairman got back going on the right side of things, struggled this weekend, but he comes back hot here in this one against Salem. 3 for 4 at the plate, 2 runs, and 2 runs batted in. Vogel as well, 3 for 5 at the plate, 3 runs scored, and 2 RBIs. But Dillon gets the win, 2-1 on the season, 6 inning pitched, and 2 strikeouts as well. Let's take a look at the Vulcans of the Week. Again, thank you to Matt Kiefer and his staff for putting this on this season. Great way to showcase our Vulcan athletes. Take a look at this week's recipients, as Taylor Robel of the softball team picks it up for the women's side of things, and Jalen Means, who Danny Beck, if you've checked out Cal Times newspaper, has done a couple nice stories on Jalen Means. Done a great job this season on the track and field side of things. From the indoor season to the outdoor season, Jalen Means has been a force for the Vulcans. Let's take a look now at the upcoming schedules for Vulcans athletics here as we're on the spring side of things. April 12th, that's Friday. Baseball will be at Clarion. Look for that one, possible delays with that one with the weather coming on. That's the doubleheader against Clarion. There'll also be Saturday, home in Washington there against Clarion as well. That one should be excellent weather and should stay the same. Men's and women's track and field will be at Bucknell for their bout. And then the women's golf team will be at Walsh, there on Saturday as well, playing during the Masters. Don't know about that one, but those players will definitely be tuning in as well. Softball will be at Slippery Rock Saturday as well. Sunday, same deal with women's golf at Walsh, and women's and men's track at Bucknell. Guys, this past week, Monday was the national championship game with Virginia defeating all odds, going from losing as the number 1 seed to the 16 seed to winning. And our CUTV bracket pool, special man to us, Mr. Jeff Helsel, got the win, came with a come-from-behind victory to win our bracket pool.
I tell you what, this whole bracket thing, I'm not the best at. No. I can't forecast. I don't know what Jeff whatever he did to get the right picks. I need to talk to him, and try to work on that next year, because I had Duke going far. I had UNC going far. I had all the teams that dropped out. They were like, red line, red line. I was like, I don't even know what to do anymore.
Yeah, it's just, you love when you see that. I mean, Jeff, I think this is the only time he's watched sports.
Yeah,
every year is the March Madness. Our news producer, Jeff, Yeah, like the one time he watches sports, he wins the bracket.
Yeah.
So it's
I feel
awesome
bad
for
for
him.
Devin because Devin led throughout.
Yeah.
And then he just didn't have the right national champion. And look at the way that they do this point system.
Well, he had
Jeff had
Michigan
the win.
State, correct?
He had Michigan State
Michigan
winning
State,
it,
yeah.
yeah.
So
So he was close, though. He had, I
rough
believe, 3 of the 4
Yeah.
participants in the Final Four,
yeah.
which is really impressive with the season that we had.
Yeah. And it's so unpredictable.
I think Jeff actually picked the mascots, his favorite mascots, and that's it. Or like
Or the
favorite
colors.
Cavalier.
Colors.
His
The
color.
colors.
He likes-
Cavalier, you know?
Yeah,
It was the
uh-huh.
colors. No,
Cavalier
it's definitely
wins
He's
it all.
a sucker for the blue and orange.
He is. He is. Yeah. You know, Syracuse wasn't in it this year.
Yeah.
That would have been his pick.
Yeah, exactly right.
But yeah, it was always fun. We always
it
do
was.
that, and it's always good, kind of little competition inside of CUTV.
Yeah, definitely. I was at the bottom throughout, so I didn't make any pushes. It was a rough year in terms of picking the bracket for me.
It was. It's not a rough year for Cal baseball though.
Nope,
They're on
definitely.
They're on the
Yeah,
up and coming.
stay on the lookout for that. Don't know if we'll have another chance to broadcast them this season, but they have done a fantastic job. We had a lot of viewers. I believe we're over 100 viewers there on Saturday for people tuning in live, and that's not even counting the views after the game. So definitely keep up to date. Follow CalVulcans.com for any live links that we would have in terms of having them on TV anymore.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Dylan. Appreciate that very much, and thank you tonight for joining us on CUTV News Center.
Be sure to check out our YouTube channel at CUTV News Center and our Twitter page at CUTV_PA.
Don't forget that the Cal Times will be publishing a new edition of the newspaper on campus in 1 week. Also tune into WCAL 91.9 FM in your car or online by visiting sai.calu.edu/WCAL.
Thank you for watching and have a great night.